That was a nickname for a boy. His name was Bixby Alexander Tam. He does not like leftovers. He does not like cut cheese. He only likes vanilla yogurt. His sister babysits him after school. He flaps his arms when he's excited. At school, people say flapping your arms is weird. Bat went to his room after he had his snack. Bat's favorite place in the world was his room. No one could mess up Bat's room, only he can. Bat has a sign out his room that says, "Please knock." Bat loved the word miscellaneous. Bat's mom messed up his drawers. Bat's sister's neater than him. Bat's sister has to babysit him. Mom was supposed to come home at 5, but she came home at 5:15. Bat wanted to call the police. When Mom came home, Bat asked if she bought vanilla yogurt. She didn't have time. Bat was angry. She bought something else. She bought a baby animal. It was in a cardboard box with holes in it. Mom put it on the kitchen table. Bat asked, "Is a duckling, a hedgehog, a baby human?" Mom said no. Mom set the box on the kitchen table. Mom asked if Bat wanted to open the box. Bat was so excited he didn't want to answer. Bat opened the box. Bat really wanted to hold the baby skunk. Mom said he was an orphan. Bat asked why. His mom told her a college student was riding a car. Then they ran over the mother. They bring the mother to me in a basket, and the babies are dead. Mom said the skunk has to leave in a month. Janie asked if the skunk could spray. No, said Mom. Why, said Janie. The skunk isn't strong enough. The adult skunk is stronger. Bat realized he didn't know a lot about skunks. Bat wanted to learn more about skunks. Bat asked, "What are we going to feed him?" His mom said, he is too young to chew. So we have to give him puppy milk. It is the closest to skunk milk. Mom was feeding the skunk. Bat wanted to try. And Bat had a plan to keep the skunk. Bat had to go to his dad's house because it was every other Friday. Bat had to leave the skunk for 3 days. Bat begged too much to take the skunk with me. Now, Mom brought Bat in the car and drove Bat to school. I go to private school. When Bat got to school, I gave Mom a kiss. Then I went inside. Mom was watching me go inside, then she left. When I went inside, there was a guy with red glasses tossing a ball. Bat said, "Balls are for outside." He said, "This is a special type of ball." Then he threw over my head. A tall girl caught it. Then the bell rang. I went to my classroom. Luca and Israel were eating their lunch. Bat had a cream cheese sandwich. Luca hated cream cheese sandwiches. Luca was like, "Dude," and ran down the hallway crying. Mr. Grayson came and said, "What is going on?" Israel said Bat embarrassed Luca. Bat didn't care. Bat saw Mr. Grayson's shoes. They had 16 shoelaces. Mr. Grayson asked Bat to go sit down. Bat liked Mr. Grayson as a teacher because he let kids eat at their desk if they're hungry. You don't need to ask or go to the bathroom. You can make someone be sorry. It was the day that Mr. Grayson introduced the class to baby cakes. Israel made a drawing of baby cakes. It was pretty good. Bat said, "At recess or lunch, we can visit baby cakes." Bat was thinking Mr. Grayson will let him skip the game. Mr. Grayson said, "Bat 5 minutes." When 5 minutes were up, Bat sat back down. Dad always calls Bat Sport. Bat didn't like it. Bat liked the name Bat because he liked playing with animals and he likes reading about animals. He even likes watching animal videos. Bat first was named Bixby because before his mom was married, her last name was Bixby. At Dad's apartment, Dad was making chili. Bat didn't like chili. Dad knew Bat didn't like chili, but Dad had a new recipe that Bat might like. Dad picked up Janie. Janie threw her backpack in the back seat and sat in the front seat. Then we went to the Cocoa place. Bat liked the Cocoa place because there is a stuffed animal store right beside it. When Bat got inside, Bat got hot chocolate. Bat wanted to put some cinnamon in it. When Bat opened the lid, it spilled all over his shirt. Dad said, "Are you okay, Sport?" Bat still didn't like being called Sport. When Bat got to the... Mom said, "Why don't you sleep in your own bed?" "Fine. Can I sleep with Thor in my bed?" "You can't sleep with a skunk." Janie was wearing her favorite pajamas, the ones with the unicorns. Bat begged Mom to sleep with the skunk. "I will do anything. I'll clean the dishes. I'll help Thor go to the bathroom after he is done eating." Finally, Bat went to the clinic. At his room, when Bat was supposed to be sleeping, Bat took an animal book from his shelf. Bat was flipping through the book, trying to find the S section. Bat wanted to learn more about skunks. When Bat found the S section, Bat read all the facts he saw that Dr. Jerry Dragoo knows all about skunks. The next day, when Bat got to school, the recess bell rang. Then Israel went to Bat's desk. Israel asked if Bat wanted to play four squares. Bat said he didn't want to play anything. Israel just stood there. It was like Israel wanted something. Then Bat remembered the list to say to people. He said thank you. When Israel left, Bat went to Mr. Grayson's desk. He asked Mr. Grayson if he could send an email to Dr. Jerry Dragoo. He's a skunk expert. "I want some advice." Mr. Grayson said, "I'll type." "I can type," said Bat. When I finished the email, Bat hoped Dr. Jerry Dragoo will reply. Bat loved going to Mom's clinic. Bat had so many questions. Bat didn't want to disturb Mom while she was working. Janie is always asking Mom to rename the clinic. Janie wanted to name the clinic Furry Friends. Bat liked the clinic because it has Mom's name on the side of the building. It is like she is a celebrity. In front of the building, there are smells peppermint for accidents, the wet dog scent, phones ringing, cats yowling. Bat really needs some earmuffs. Lawrence always calls Bat Bat Boy. Bat likes it. Lawrence had a pouch. Thor was inside. Bat was surprised. Thor was curled up. He was sleeping. Then Bat went home. The best part of the day was when Thor can cuddle in the neck pouch. Today we get to eat spaghetti. The baby kit wants to be fed. Lawrence and I fed him together. When the whole family was at the table, Thor wanted to join too. Mom allowed the skunk to sit at the table if he's in the neck pouch. Bat was twirling his fork of noodles. Ivor Omni means everything that is vor. It means one who eats. Bat said everything there is to know about animals. And Janie doesn't agree. Said she thinks that the cinema is way cooler than animals. And then they had to a fight. 5 days later, Bat wanted to apologize. When Janie was looking for her top of her unicorn pajamas, Mom said she did all the laundry. Janie said, "You only washed the bottom half, not the top half," Mom said. "You should have put it in the laundry," Mom said. It was time to reveal the nice thing that she did. Bat knew where the pajamas were. "You do?" Mom and Janie said. But is in the dirty laundry basket. "Why would you put it in there?" said Mom. Janie had tears and stomped back into her room. Bat couldn't focus on his math problems because Dr. Jerry Dragoo hasn't replied yet. And every other Friday is almost here. It has been 2 weeks with the skunk, and Bat was scared because the skunk had to leave in 1 week. So Bat is playing with the skunk a lot. When it's time for school, Bat had to leave the skunk with Lawrence. Bat is trying to change Mom's mind to keep the skunk longer. At school, Bat wanted time so we can do research on skunks reports and dioramas. But I know we can't. Bat didn't want to leave the skunk with Lawrence because it's not like he's a good animal carer. But what happens if he leaves the door open? Robbers could steal him. Today was every other Friday. I had to go to Dad's house. The only good thing is that we gotta go to the sugar shack. Dad likes the sugar shack. When I got there, I found Israel. There, I smiled so wide that she saw food in my teeth. In the store, there was M&Ms, lots of gummies, hard candies, jawbreakers, gum, balls, necklaces, rock candy, ring pops, jelly beans, and candy bars. Every night, Janie takes a shower and braids her hair. When Janie got out of the shower, she went to the living room. She sat on the floor, and I asked if I could braid her hair. She said she didn't want me to, but Dad said I could. When Bat was done, Janie looked at her hair, and she said not bad. Sometimes Bat woke up early, so he could find Mom in the kitchen with a cup of coffee and a book. Bat went to the refrigerator to get milk for the baby kit. Bat knew he wanted milk because he wiggled around in his pouch. Mom came out with a surprise that Bat was up so early. Then Mom was talking about how beautiful Thor's eyes are. Thor's eyes look like space. Bat looked at Mom's eyes. They are beautiful. Bat didn't want anyone to look in his eyes. Bat was at school. Mr. Grayson said that Dr. Dragu has replied. Bat got out of his desk and ran as fast as he could. When Bat got to Mr. Grayson's desk, he wanted to see the email. Mr. Grayson said you can only look at it at recess. Mr. Grayson said Bat didn't want to wait because recess was a long way. When it was recess, Bat ran to Mr. Grayson's desk. It is recess. Bat said, yes it is. Mr. Grayson said. Mr. Grayson said that he would go play outside while Bat could read his email. Israel came. He wanted to read the email too because he heard Bat talking about the skunk a lot. When he read the email, Israel said, too bad. Bat asked why too bad. Because Dr. Dragu said no. Bat said he didn't say no. Bat said, when Bat got home, Bat wanted to ask Mom if Israel can come to our house. Janie said, you never had a friend at the house before. Bat said that a World Skunk expert gave me an email at school, and he said if I be a good caretaker, then I can keep the skunk. Mom said, you can. Janie said, sure. Bat said, thank you, Mom. Thank you, Janie. When Israel was on the way to Bat's house, Bat had plans. First, Bat got lemonade, apple slices, crackers with cheese. Mom asked, what does Israel like to do? Bat didn't know what Israel liked to do. Mom said, does Israel like to garden? I don't know. So Mom said, but most kids like the mud. When Israel arrived, the first thing that Bat said, when Israel came in, Bat said, do you like gardening? I guess so, Israel said. Israel wanted to hold Thor. Bat said, Bat was scared. Israel was going to drop Thor. Bat asked if Israel wanted to go to his room. Israel said, sure, and Bat was the happiest he could be. The end.